What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another break on this Wednesday afternoon. Right now, I've got 2025 Bowman Baseball Blaster Box, 40 box, full case number 3, random teams. Gonna go ahead and get this shared over to the group, get everybody tagged, and we will kick off Bowman release day. Really looking forward to this one. Bowman is always a blast. Always appreciate y'all hanging out on these longer form breaks as well. Victor, having a hard time tagging you. If you go by something else on Facebook, let me know and I will get that tag added for you. Almost got all the tags in here, just a couple more names, and we will go ahead and get started. All right, there we go. Got all the tags in there. I'm going to give everybody a couple of seconds to hop on in here. While we're waiting for that, I will crack open this case and get our 40 blasters out. Got all the blasters out here, then we'll get them resituated, reorganized, and we'll hop into our browser and get those names and teams random. Guys, we do have 2 more breaks of this up on the website for Hobby and Jumbo. We got a dual Hobby Jumbo case as well as a single Hobby case. You need to pick your team range. Those are both nearing RTR, though, so if you want a specific team, highly recommend grabbing that while you can. Sorry, Danilo, this one sold out long before the NT, so we got to do this one first. Happy release day, Tyler. Welcome in. Looking forward to this one. I'm a big fan of Bowman. We're filming a video to promote some of our products a little bit earlier this morning, and I was laughing about how the first time I ever broke Bowman, I was so nervous. And now I get really excited to do Bowman. All right, there we go. We got our 40 blasters. Get them pushed over just slightly. There we go. All right. Now that we got all of those out here, let's go ahead and hop into our browser and get the names and teams randomed for everybody. We got the 30 names here. Tucker on top, Mike Stuhler on the bottom. Gonna roll the dice. Anything less than 4, we roll again. Got a 5, so we're good there. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Joe Doherty on top, Joe Lucas on the bottom. There we go. All right, and then we've got the name or the teams here. Arizona Diamondbacks on top, Washington Nationals on the bottom. Same 30 entries. Once again, we're going to roll the dice. Anything less than 4, we roll again. Got a 2, so we got to roll again. Got an 11, so we're good there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Chicago Cubs on top, Tampa Bay Rays on the bottom. Let me go ahead and get this reflected onto your screen. And then we will go ahead and get the trade timer started. Here we go, 5 minutes on the clock, starting now. While that trade timer's taken, I'll go ahead and get these verification codes copies in the chat. Adam, some of the biggest teams may surprise you. I think the biggest team overall right now with Charlie Condon is the Colorado Rockies, which seems counterintuitive given the Rockies' performance. But that's the thing with prospects, right? Sometimes they come from those teams that you wouldn't expect to have massive chase players. Also got Jesus Made with the Brewers, J.J. Weatherholt with the Cardinals. Mets available for trade in the chat. There we go. Verification codes have been posted in the chat with just about 4.5 minutes left, a little bit under there on the trade timer. Plenty of time left if anybody's looking to swap teams. I know Bowman will be one of those ones where trades may be more popular than some other breaks. And as Danilo mentioned, we will have NT after this. Brand new National Treasures Baseball. And then probably more NT, more Bowman. It's going to be a baseball kind of day for y'all. Tyler Sweeten in the pot with the Mets trade. Got the Reds available in the chat as well. Just about a little under 3 minutes left on the trade timer. Getting close to our halfway point. This will be a fun one too because we're actually getting ready. I was setting up this break, so I don't know if he's live yet, but I know Angel's going live on our Whatnot, also doing a Bowman Blaster release day break. So we have 2 going on at the same time. Hey Rick, how you doing? Hope you're having a good day. All right, we are now past our halfway point. Little less than 2 minutes left on the trade timer. All right, just about a minute and a half left on the trade timer here. Joey throwing up Cubs for the Brewers or Dodgers. Oh, that's awesome, Chris. Congrats on that. One of the top prospect chases right now. That's really cool. I'm hoping we hit a decent amount of autos in here. I know they're never guaranteed in blasters, but we did a couple, almost a month ago, I did a 20 box blaster break, so a half case of UFC, and we hit 5 autos. So it was about one every 4 boxes. Not saying that that's the guaranteed odds, but. Oh, heck yeah. Good luck, Joe. Dylan Cruz is a crazy cool one. All right, just about our last 20 seconds here. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. I will give it a little bit of a buffer because I know sometimes it takes a minute to come in, but seeing no trades, that's going to be everybody's teams. Good luck, everybody. Here we go. And Joe, I don't blame you. I think Dylan Cruz is going to be a stud. I pulled 2 of his autos this weekend out of 2 different products. Empty blaster number 1. Here we go, guys. Bowman release day. Good luck. Pull my trash can a little bit closer to me. Don't forget as well about the red rookies. Nice Travis Bazana there. Leo DeVries. You guys don't know what the red rookies are? Topps announced a new, it's kind of like a buyback, but you can submit it depending on what the rookie does. You can get fan cash, which can be used on the Fanatics website. Got a nice greatness loading there on the insert. Got a PJ Morlando there. We got a Leo DeVries here for the Padres. Nice one there on the snakeskin. Heck yeah, Tyler. Glad to hear it. D-backs are a great one to have in this one. So the vets don't. So like this one is technically a vet. This is chrome, so it's a little bit different. But anything without the rookie shield or the Bowmans will be what doesn't. So like that J-Rod. J-Rod's a vet, so he won't ship. Things like that. Got a nice Rockstar Rookies Adael Amador for the Rockies. But yes, you are correct. Vet base does not ship. Got a nice Travis Bazana, very important prospects insert there. And a JJ Weatherholt there. And we've got a nice Jesus Made for the Brewers. Hoping to pull one of his autos out of this break. Hoping to pull lots of autos out of this break. All right, 2 packs left. Adam, the Braves do not have anyone in the top 5, but they do have some great rookies and prospects still. We got a nice Rookie of the Year favorite die cut there of Caden Dana. Nice one for the Angels. And we've got a green Kyle Tucker here for the Cubs, 58 out of 99. Nice one there for the Cubbies. First numbered parallel. All right, let me get this base moved over. I'll hop into box number 2. Also looking for those anime. Those are one of my favorite things they included in Bowman last year. Glad they carried those over. Empty box there. And they've got kanji variations this year for the Japanese players, which I think is super cool. Nice Jet Williams there. And we've got a Jose Pereira here for the Guardians. 45 out of 399. Nice little first Bowman there for the Guardians. Got a nice Dylan Cruz on the Rookie of the Year favorites. Going over to the Nationals. Nice Carson and Bengi there. Got a nice rock star rookies there. Love the inserts in here. Got a nice O'Neal Perez there for the Giants. 124 out of 175 on the pink. Got trivia questions in the chat. Looks like the answer to the first one was C. Got a nice Connor Griffin greatness loading there. And we've got a Jesus Lopez for the Rangers. And we got a steal of a deal cards, Elly De La Cruz. Really fun one there. Going over to the Reds. Nice little hobby shop insert there. All right, let me get this basement over. We'll hop into box number 3. Still hoping for an auto. Empty box there. Got a nice Slade Caldwell there for the Diamondbacks. Nice Leo DeVries insert there. Nice Jack Caglianone there. And a Sammy Hernandez for the St. Louis Cardinals. Got another Slade there. A nice Chase Burns. Got a nice Trey Sweeney on the Rookie of the Year favorites. And we've got Eduardo Quintero there for the Dodgers. Nice little first Bowman. All right, one more pack, and then we hop into the next box here. Got a nice Charlie Condon there for the Rockies. All right, let me get this base moved over. We'll hop into the next box. Empty box there. Got a nice Holidays Open All Year cards on the Hobby Shop insert. Got a nice JJ Weatherholt there on the Greatness Loading. And Esteban Gonzalez there. Got Nick Kurtz there on the VIP. Got a nice Kumar Rocker there on the Rookie of the Year favorite. Got a nice Jackson Garcia there for the Red Sox. 127 out of 150 on the blue. Nice one there for the Red Sox. All right, let me get this base moved over. We'll hop into the next box here. Empty box there. Got a nice Charlie Condon on the greatness loading for the Rockies. And we've got Emil Morales there for the Dodgers. What's up, Emma? How you doing? And here we go. We've got a Corey Lewis 62 out of 99 auto. Nice one there for the Minnesota Twins. Tyler, there you go. Not going to you, but you called no autos, and now we have our first auto. That one going over to Perry. There you go, Perry. Congrats on that first auto of the break out of 99 coming your way. Got a nice Dylan Cruz on the Rockstar Rookies. The timing there is crazy. I was thinking the same thing, though. I was surprised as well. All right, let's see if it works. Got a nice Kevin Alcantara here for the Cubs on the Rookie of the Year favorites. There we go. All right, let me get these base moved over. We'll hop into the next one. And you're right, Emma. You're going to ask me some would you rather question. The would you rather of the day. Empty box there. Man, if we could get a Jesus Made Brewers auto, I would be very excited. Great way to kick off release day. I normally keep a little list to myself of every one of the top prospect autos I've been able to pull out of the new Bowman products. Got a nice PJ Morlando there. 194 out of 199. Nice little bandana design behind that. That one going over to the Marlins. Went over to Tucker. There you go, Tucker. There we go. Congrats on that one. I love that design. Emma, we're going to go with Bombini Guccini. Yeah, as I was saying, I normally keep a little checklist to myself every Bowman release and see how quick it takes me or how long it takes me to get all of the top 5 or so prospect autos. Nice Christian Moore on the greatness loading. And Christian Campbell here for the Boston Red Sox. I think that may be the first time I've seen Christian spelled like that, but I like it. And we've got our second auto here for the Marlins this time. Thomas White. First Bowman auto. Nice one there. That one going over to Tucker. There you go, Tucker. This has been a Marlins box. Getting that PJ and now the Thomas White auto. Congrats on that. Really nice pitching prospect. Got another Rookie of the Year favorite. And we've got a Dylan Cruz, 85 out of 299 for the Nats. Nice rookie there. All right, let me get this base moved over and we'll hop into our next box. Got 2 autos so far. I feel like we're doing good. Got a pretty decent ratio if we can keep it up. Empty box there. Nice Bryce Rayner there for the Tigers. And a Lucas Ramirez there for the Angels. Nice James Wood on the Rockstar rookies there. And we've got a Conrad Kaysen here. 141 out of 399 on the first Bowman for the Boston Red Sox. Got a nice Jackson Jobe there on the Rookie of the Year favorites. Slight tightness in my calf. That would be my pick there. I feel like that'd be less uncomfortable. All right, let me get this basement over. We'll hop into the next box. Empty box there. Got a nice Charlie Condon on the Colorado Card Cave. Got a Walker Jenkins there. And we got Aaron Escobar there for the Phillies. Got a nice Roki Sasaki there for the Dodgers. All right, let me get this base moved over. We'll hop into the next box. Empty box there. Let's see another auto. And a nice Rhett Lauder there on the Rookie of the Year favorites. This guy right here, Will Simpson, he has fun inscriptions in this product where he wrote Homer Simpson. Hope maybe we can pull one of those. There we go. We've got a nice Nick Kurtz auto for the Oakland Athletics. How about that? Go ahead and get that one magged up here. Now I'm going over to Zach. There you go, Zach. Not even through 10 boxes yet, and we've already got 3 autos. Got a nice JJ Weatherholt on the greatness loading. Another Nick Kurtz there. Nice. Hurston Waldrop with the red rookie there. Get that one top loaded in just a second. Like I said, guys, you can keep these If you go on the Topps website, you can see all the stipulations, but depending on what the player accomplishes in their career, you can submit it at different points to get larger credit back from Fanatics. Including, there's one where if they make the Hall of Fame in the first, I believe, 5 years and accomplish a couple other criteria, you can get up to $1,000 in fan cash. So some of those cards are going to be long-term holds. See how the players are doing. Empty box there. All right, box number 10. We're a fourth of the way through. We've hit 3 autos so far. Interesting to see if that trend continues. Nice Bobby Witt Jr. there. And Kyle Teal for the White Sox out of 99. 65 out of 99. No Rockies color yet, Joey. But there's still plenty of time. Nice one there for the Sox. Yeah, I think the Rookie of the Year is the first one. If they get a certain amount of Golden Gloves or other awards, then they qualify for more. It compounds on each other. But if one of those players manages to get all the way and then get into the Hall of Fame, you can get insane amounts of credit. I'd hold on to him just hoping. Like, might as well. It's the Golden Glove or Cy Young, and then it keeps going from there. And then the more awards they win, if they get dual awards in their career. I like the idea, though. It encourages collectors to hold longer. Kind of incentivizes prospecting as well, which is a big part of the baseball hobby already. Nick York there on the Rookie of the Year favorites. Yeah, it would get expensive really quick. That'd be one of those promotions that ends up on a YouTube video of promotions that companies thought were a good idea and ended up causing lots of problems for them. All right, let me get this base moved over. And we'll hop into box number 11. Or if they did do that, I would like super, super, super short print the red rookies. So that even if they did count all of them, they would be hard enough to come by that they wouldn't be completely out of a ton of money. Empty box there. It's kind of smart business sense on them, though, because then it gets people buying more to chase those red rookies on top of the prospects. Crack open some more top loaders here real quick. Charlie Condon there. Got a Jose Perdomo here, 446 out of 499 for the Braves. Got a nice J.J. Weatherholt there. And there we go. We've got our first anime. Got a Fernando Tatis Jr. for the Padres. Nice one there. Going over to Tucker. There you go, Tucker. We'll go ahead and get that one magged up for you, my friend. Love the look of these animes. So glad they brought him back from last year's Bowman. There you go. Tucker, congrats again on that one. Love to see those anime. Hopefully we get a couple more. All right, let me get this moved over. We'll hop into the next box. Hoping to see one of the kanji anime as well. One of the new additions to the anime design. Love to see that for the Japanese players. Empty box there. Got a nice Cam Smith insert there. All right, we have not hit an auto in a while. Hoping for another one. We got 3 autos out of our first 10 boxes. Nice Eduardo Quintero there for the Dodgers. Got Adael Amador there for the Rockies. Charlie Condon also for the Rockies. I hope the Rockies can get things figured out. It's tough being a Rockies fan these days. All right, let's get this base moved over. Hop into the next one. Empty box there. Got a Hyun-Sung Kim there for the Dodgers with the red rookie. Second red rookie of the break so far. Nice one there for the Dodgers. Interested to see what the market of these goes for when the Rookie of the Year is awarded. How much those will spike. There we go. We got another auto. Victor Rodriguez for the Dodgers. Nice little first Bowman auto there. That one going over to Charlie. There you go, Charlie. Congrats on that one. Nice auto there. Then we have a rookie for the Dodgers on the Rockstar Rookies right behind that. There we go. We've got Jesus made there for the Brewers. Nice first Bowman. Got a Rhett Lauder on the Rookie of the Year. PJ right behind that. All right, let me get this basement over. We'll hop into the next one. Empty box there. Zach Showalter there. Got a Luis Majero there for the Guardians. 22 out of 399. Nice Kevin Alcantara there. All right, let me get this basement over. We'll hop into the next one. Empty box there. Kevin Castillo there for the Angels. Got a Drew Romo there for the Rockies. We've got a Will Simpson here, 81 out of 100. Nice one there for the Oakland Athletics. All right, let me get this base moved over. We'll hop into the next one. Empty box there. Got a Thomas White here. Nice one there. And right behind that, we've got a 24 out of 50 O'Neal Perez. Nice one there for the Giants. That one going over to Jeff. There you go, Jeff. Congrats on that one. Out of 50. A nice Acuna's home run haven on the hobby shop insert there. And a Hansel Luis there for the Diamondbacks, 37 out of 99. Nice one there for the D-backs. Got a nice PJ there for the Marlins. And Malcolm Moore there for the Rangers. Empty box there. Nice Luke Sennard there for the Braves. There we go. We got another auto here. This one's going to be Brian Rocio there. 120 out of 250 for the Guardians. Nice little purple there. That one going over to Joe Lucas. There you go, Joe. Nice little auto coming your way. Congrats on that. I would say he took a little inspiration from Bobby Witt Jr. for that auto. Looks in the similar vein. Obviously, it's clearly a different auto, but nice Slade there. And Eduardo. Got another Roki on the Rookie of the Year favorites. All right, let me get this base moved over. We will hop into the next box. Also going to get some of this top-loaded base moved over. So we keep the space clear. That's Corey Lewis there for the Twins. Nice Dylan Cruz on the Rookie of the Year favorites there. Got a Seaver King here, 100 out of 150 for the Nationals. Empty a box there. A nice Paul Skeens treasure trove there. A nice Jack Caglione there for the Kansas City Royals.
Ooh, you got one of the animes?
I did. Tatis Jr.
These are awesome. Do you have any more stickers?
In that box right by your foot. Or it was down there.
Okay.
There is all of the stickers.
Appreciate you.
Jace Jung, nice one there. PJ. JJ. Lots of J names. Jace, PJ, JJ. My other favorite thing about, I don't know about you guys, but my favorite thing about first Bowman autos is getting to see what their autos look like on their first Bowman and then how it evolves by the time they get to the majors. Because there's so many athletes who get super lazy, super fast with their signatures. I mean, the one everybody always makes fun of is Anthony Richardson. But I love watching that progression. Got a nice Nolan Arenado, 373 out of 399 there for the St. Louis Cardinals. Got a Yermy Cabrera there for the Rangers, 123 out of 150. Right, let me get this basement door. We'll hop into the next one. Empty box there. Got a nice Charlie Cadone here, 54 out of 125 for the Rockies. First Rockies color. There you go. Another Dylan Cruz there on the Rookie of the Year. Got a Engleth Urena there for the Yankees. 53 out of 99. Nice one there for New York. Crack open some more top loaders here, then we'll hop into the next one. Empty box there. The anime on the stand is Fernando Tatis Jr. Hopefully we add more to the stand. Let's get some more autos too. I feel like our auto game has started to slow down a little bit. Let's pull a Superfractor out of blasters. That would be a fun way to start off release day. A nice Ismael Javier there. All right, let me get this basement over. We'll hop into the next one. Agreed, Joey. Agreed. Red out of 5, I would be happy with. Just some low numbered stuff. Empty box there. Even an out of 10, I think would be acceptable. Nice Cam Caminiti there. Another Charlie Cadone there. And we've got an auto here. Charles McAdoo there for the Toronto Blue Jays. That one going over to Tua. There you go, Tua. Nice auto coming your way. Congrats on that. Nice Luis Angel Acuna there. All right, let me get this base moved over. Empty box there. Nice Thomas White there. Got a nice PJ Morlando there for the Marlins. Another PJ Morlando there. Could be wrong, but I feel like PJ's the one of the top prospects that's shown up the most so far in this break. I haven't been like keeping count, but I have a gut feeling I've seen his name more than some of the others. Nice Kobe Mayo there. Got a nice Steven Escovaria here for the Athletics, 264 out of 399. It's funny, I'm sure you guys have seen it. My hands are working faster than my brain, so I just have to go back. Not like far back, but it takes me a second to process. Always happens with Bowman. The one that was really weird was the, well, not weird. I guess weird is the wrong word, but the one that was tricky was Heritage, because some of the Heritage autos, if you're not paying attention because of the facsimile autos on a lot of them, you could miss them. It was one of my favorite things of like transitioning from a collector to a breaker as well, especially with Bowman, is training yourself to look more at the names and the other details rather than just like, oh, that's a cool looking card. Nice Thomas White and Fabian Lopez right behind there. All right, let's see something massive. Got a Ronald Acuna Jr. 403 out of 499 for the Braves there. All right, 2 more packs here. We hop into the next one. Nice Jackson Jobe there. All right, let me get this base moved over. Hop into the next one. I'm going to scooch these blasters up just a little bit here. You know what? We'll just bring a couple forward at a time. So I can grab some, but tower doesn't topple over. Like I said at the beginning, guys, we do have 2 more breaks of this up on the website currently for release day. We've also got National Treasures Baseball, which we'll be doing the first break of that right after this. Two great baseball products, both releasing on the same day. I'm sure most people are a little bit more excited about Bowman, but you never know. National Treasures is always a lot of fun. Nice Rafael Flores there for the Yankees. That's Adael Amador there. We had the chance to meet him this year at Rockies Fest and ask him what it was like having his first Topps flagship card. He was really excited about it. So always love pulling his cards. I think that was one of my favorite experiences, is just getting to interview some of the rookies from the Colorado Rockies and hear from their personal perspectives what it was like having cards, how excited they were to be able to chase their own cards. We even got to talk to one of the players' fathers, who I think was maybe the most excited out of anybody. Bradley Blaylock was his son's name. Got a nice Alex Mooney for the Guardians here, 130 out of 250. Get this base moved over real quick. Little bit, Chris, little bit. Not too bad, though. The thing that's hard about blasters is because they put the chrome in the middle, it's harder to go faster. So ask me after that single or dual case where I can actually like really speed through them. My hands will be a little bit sore. I think at the end of Topps flagship or Series 1 release day, man, I needed a little bit of an ice pack. But I love it. Can never complain about hands being tired from getting to open cards all day. There's a lot worse things I could be doing. Empty box there. And ironically, I think I don't really ever feel it in my hands. Got a nice Jackson Jobe on the red rookie there. It mostly, I feel it in my elbows because of the way I prop my hands to make sure the cards are on camera. NT is next, Steven. As soon as this break is done, I'll be pulling names and getting everything situated for that one. Nice Fernando Cruz there for the Cubbies. As a Cubs fan, I am extremely optimistic about this season. I feel like we're going in a good direction. But I know our pitching is struggling. So you never know. Nice Jesus made there. Yeah, looking forward to it. Like I said, this is the perfect day. I love all release days, but two banger baseball products back to back. Can't complain, especially during baseball season. I don't think there's much more fun than that. Nice Nice Kumar there. And an Angleth Urena there for the Yankees out of 499, 341 out of 499 to be exact. Got a Johnny Level here for the Giants, 24 out of 99. All right, let me get this base moved over and I'll grab our next 3 boxes. Take them down, place them over here. Make them a little bit easier to fly through. Guys, check the group to look at the exact spelling, but don't forget to use the code Bowman5 for any of your other Bowman purchases until 8 p.m. tonight to get 5% off. Jackson Churio insert there. Always love to let folks know who are watching about those coupon codes. I did it during one of our Star Wars breaks when we had surprise discount codes for Star Wars, but nobody bit. So hopefully some of y'all hear the Bowman discount. I know a lot of people already used it, but hopefully y'all want more spots, you continue to use it. Got a nice Connor Griffin here, 89 out of 150. The top 100 for the Pirates. All right, let me get this base moved over. Empty box. Nice Shohei on the Hobby Shop insert there. Nice Kevin McGonigal there for the Tigers. that Jesus made there for the Brewers. I feel like we've seen the least of him so far. Trey Sweeney there. Empty box there. Nice Slade Caldwell there. Really like the name Slade. I feel like it's a little bit more unique, but kind of cool. And another Jace Jung there. And we've got a James Woods, 59 out of 75. Nice rookie there for the Nationals. And we've got a D'Angelo Ortiz here for the Red Sox, 15 out of 199. Really nice looking card there. Let me get this base moved over. I'm going to get some of the top-loaded base moved over again as well. We'll hop into our last 9 boxes here. Empty box there. Let me get this base moved over. Empty box there. Got a Thomas Sagis here for the Cardinals on the red rookie. All right, let me get this base moved over, hop into the next one, and then into our last 6 boxes. The end is nigh, my friends. The end is nigh. We need to hit another auto. We have not seen one in quite a bit. Empty box there once again. Nice J.J. Weatherholt on the hobby shop. Thomas White as well. All right, let me get this basement over. Grab the next 3 boxes. Then we will be down to our last 3. Empty it box there. Nice Aaron Judge there. Next box here. Couple more packs here. Still hoping for another auto. The Jesus made there. Got a Jacob Brescian in there. For the Giants, 57 out of 299. Love the look of that one. Empty box there. Couple more packs here. Then we hop into our last 3 boxes. Let's see another auto. It's been a decent amount of times since we saw our last auto. We are due for another one.
It's coming next box.
Got a nice Thomas Segis there.
I'll say I was over on our Facebook group, in case anyone was wondering, or isn't in our Facebook group. Someone asked if we had personal breaks. We do have about 40 blaster boxes, so if anyone wants personal breaks, those are available.
Word. Carlos Correa here for the Twins. That one going to be out of 150, 102 out of 150 to be exact. Did you guys pull anything big over on Whatnot?
Angel has pulled 2 autos so far.
Word.
Pretty nice stuff. Nothing like a manga yet.
Get this
like
base moved over, and then we'll hop into our last 3 boxes.
Also, in case, I know we haven't announced, usually we're on top of it, but I just secured, we have a box of Hobby Bowman that you will be entered in to win a personal break for every spot that you purchase from Monday, which has already passed. Monday and Tuesday, if you get a spot, but also anything today through Sunday as well. And I guess maybe Aiden will break those on Monday, or Ethan, one of them. So this past week we did Optic Don, and someone got it downtown. So I like the new white border, or it's like it's almost like a throwback sort of feel.
Yeah, I like this year's design a lot. A nice Bishop Letson there for the Brewers.
Have you been seeing a lot of the reptilian
Yeah,
design?
there's 1 per blaster.
Ah, okay. Yeah, been seeing some cool ones. Old.
At least the non-numbered ones.
Yeah.
After this, we got NT baseball.
NT did sell out.
Crazy.
Gonna be sweet. Got some more NT out there. Any Bowman that is up on our site, use the code Bowman5, 5% off until about 8 o'clock tonight.
Is it full word Bowman?
Bowman, Bowman.
Okay, cool.
Number 5.
I know sometimes we do like abbreviations for words, so I wanted to
full
make sure.
Bowman, yeah. It's short enough, it worked.
I pitched it earlier, but I said make sure to check the group just to see the spelling if it doesn't work.
Sometimes it's sometimes the code generator won't let me use so many letters, so I have to get creative.
Nice Kobe Mayo there. All right, last pack. Then we hop into our second to last box.
Here it is. This is it.
Almost through all 40 blasters. Jesus made there. A nice David Ortiz Jr. out of 250 for the Rangers
Let's go.
on the purple.
David Ortiz has 2 children in this one, right? Because he has.
Yeah, I think so.
He has the one that plays for the Red Sox.
Nice one
as well,
there.
right? That's got to be cool, having your own first Bowman and then having your kids have a first Bowman.
Then you can collect them all.
That's pretty sick. Then you just need grandkids to have their first Bowman.
All right, here we go. Second to last box. It's like the holidays, man. The whole holiday family.
Yeah, the whole holiday family.
Empty box there.
Hoping for another autograph. I want to be around for.
We've put some good ones so far, but I would also love to see another auto. Got a Jansel there for the Astros.
I would say those mangoes are sick looking though.
I love the mangoes, and I love that they expanded it.
Yeah.
And brought it back. There's kanji ones as well. That's what I
Oh
really
yeah,
wanna
yeah.
pull.
I know like Shohei has a kanji one, right?
Yeah, so there's 4 Japanese players who all have a kanji variation.
That is awesome. It's kind of like a short print within a short print. It's what I like the Planetary Pursuits for too.
Yeah. Because the planetary pursuits get rarer and rarer depending on what planet.
Speaking of that, we have about 12 spots left in Cosmic
Chrome football.
So if anybody's looking for that, that stuff has been pretty cool, pretty generous to us.
Nice Trey Sweeney there.
Got that Johnny Manziel going on the
I was listening to one with Ric Flair, and Johnny Manziel just happened to be the next video that popped up. Another Jesus made there. Starting to show up a lot more towards the back half. Like we didn't see hardly any Jesus made in the first 20 blasters.
Maybe that means an auto's coming on the next box.
Man, that would be crazy. Let me get this base moved over, and then it is time. We hop into our last blaster box. Appreciate y'all taking this ride with me.
Yeah.
Like Anthony said, don't forget to use Bowman 5 on the rest of our Bowman breaks.
We got a dual case up?
Yep, a hobby jumbo dual case break and a regular hobby case break.
Yeah. So a little bit of everything. Pick your choose your adventure.
Got a nice Jansel Luis there for the Diamondbacks.
Absolutely impressive what Aiden has done to this trash can with packs over here. So many packs.
It's Pack Mountain. I stopped aiming for the trash can about 3 boxes in. So just throw it over my back. We'll clean it up later.
What is it, 40 boxes, 7 packs per box?
6 packs per box.
6 packs per box. So 240 packs total in the break?
Yep.
Is that more or less than Allen and Gender?
It is.
There's like
I'd have to do the math.
What are those, like 12 by 24?
Yeah.
So Allen Gender a little bit more.
But it's close.
That's close.
And hobbies are there we go. Nice one there. I would say blasters take a little bit longer.
Yeah, because
you have to open
blaster.
more with less packs.
It's like, were you the one who opened up the majority of the museum collection last year, where it was like 4 boxes inside of the box?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then each of them had like 3 packs or something like that.
Star Wars Masterworks does that as well. Nice Jesus made there, and Charlie Kondo. Arguably the 2 top chases right behind each other. There we go. That's going to be the last pack. Let me get this base moved over, and I promise we will do a speedy, quick recap. Get y'all on your way and get you ready for National Treasures Baseball.
Yeah. They don't call him Flash Hayden for a reason. You know what I'm saying? I might have just coined that term.
Get some of this top-loaded base moved over. You can hear all the crunching below me. Anthony's not kidding. This whole floor is just covered with empty packs. All right, here we go with our recap for everybody. Got a James Woods out of 75 for the Nationals. Slade Codwell snuck in there for the Diamondbacks. Johnny Level there out of 99 for the Giants. Charles McAdoo there for the Blue Jays on the auto. Engleth Urena there for the Yankees out of 99. Charlie Condon there for the Rockies out of 125. Brian Riccio there out of 250 for the Guardians on the auto. Jansel Luis there out of 99 for the D-backs. O'Neal Perez there out of 50 for the Giants. Will Simpson out of 100 for the Athletics. Victor Rodriguez auto for the Dodgers. Kyle Teal there out of 99 for the White Sox. Really nice Thomas White first Bowman auto for the Marlins. PJ Morlando there out of 199 for the Marlins. Corey Lewis auto there out of 99 for the Minnesota Twins. And Kyle Tucker out of 99 for the Cubs. Then we've got our mags here. We've got the anime Fernando Tatis Jr. for the Padres and the Nick Kurtz auto for the Athletics. All right, that's going to do it for this break. Thank you, everybody, for hopping on with me. Hope you have a wonderful afternoon/evening, and I'll see you momentarily for now.